What if one moment you were here, and the next, gone? No note, no clue, no reason. These aren't ghost stories or movie scripts. These are real cases. Real people who walked out the door and never came back. Some vanished in the middle of a phone call, others in broad daylight, and some from places no one should ever disappear. Today on Top Tens, we're counting down the top 10 most disturbing real-life disappearances that still leave investigators and families grasping for answers. Each one will leave you asking, how is this still unsolved? 10. Brandon Swanson, 2008. Brandon, 19, was driving home late from a college party in Minnesota. Around 2 a.m., he crashed into a ditch, called his parents, and said he was walking toward a town called Lynn. For 47 minutes, they stayed on the phone, guiding him through the darkness. Then suddenly, Brandon shouted, "Oh no!" and the line went dead. Search dogs traced his scent partway down a gravel road, and then nothing. No body, no phone, no clothing. He simply vanished into the dark. 9. Mora Murray, 2004. A straight-A nursing student with a bright future. One day, she emailed her professors saying there was a family emergency, but there wasn't. Instead, Mora drove 4 hours north into the mountains of New Hampshire. Her car crashed into a snowbank. A witness stopped and offered help. She declined. By the time police arrived minutes later, she was gone. The surrounding woods were searched. Helicopters, dogs, volunteers. No sign of her. Not a single confirmed sighting since. Her case remains one of America's most haunting modern mysteries. 8. The Sodder Children, 1945. Christmas Eve, West Virginia. A fire ripped through the Sodder home. The parents and 4 of their children escaped. But 5 children, asleep upstairs, were never found. What made it strange? No remains, no bones, no ashes. The family later claimed to receive a strange photo of one of the missing boys, much older. The back read, "Louis Sodder. I love Brother Frankie." Were the children kidnapped that night? And if so, why burn the house? 7. Brian Schaffer, 2006. It was the start of spring break. Brian, a medical student, went out for drinks with friends in Columbus, Ohio. Security footage shows him entering a bar, but never leaving. Every exit was covered by cameras. None captured him walking out. Did he slip into a back hallway? Did something darker happen? Nearly 2 decades later, Brian remains a ghost in the machine. A man who walked into a bar and was never seen again. 6. Lars Mitank, 2014. While vacationing in Bulgaria, Lars suffered an ear injury in a bar fight. Doctors warned him not to fly. Alone, anxious, and growing paranoid, Lars began texting his mom that he was being followed. Security footage at the airport shows him running, full sprint, out of the terminal, abandoning his suitcase. He vanished into a forest and was never seen again. The footage still chills viewers. What was Lars running from? 5. The Flannon Isles Lighthouse Keepers, 1900. 3 men, 1 remote lighthouse, 1 unsolved mystery. When a relief boat arrived at the Flannon Isles off the Scottish coast, the lighthouse was dark. No one responded. Inside, clocks stopped, meals uneaten, doors locked from the inside. A logbook entry days earlier described a violent storm, but the weather had been calm. The men were never found. Were they swept away? Or was something else at play? 4. Ziggund Adamsky, 1980. A coal miner went missing in Yorkshire, England. 5 days later, his body was found, oddly placed on top of a coal pile in a yard he had no connection to. There were strange burns on his neck and shoulders, covered in an unidentified gel. The coroner couldn't explain how he died. Some suspected alien abduction. Others blamed secret experiments. All we know is Ziggund disappeared and came back looking like something out of the X-Files. Or 3. Chris Kmers and Lzanne, 2014. Dutch tourists hiking in Panama's rainforest vanished without a trace. 2 months later, their camera was found. It held over 90 eerie photos, some taken deep in the jungle at night. One showed the back of someone's head with a flashlight beaming into darkness. Eventually, bones were discovered, bleached by the sun, with some fragments mysteriously placed on top of rocks. The photos and sequence of events raise more questions than answers. Were they lost, hunted, or part of something darker? 2. The Yuba County 5, 1978. 5 men with developmental disabilities vanished after a basketball game in California. Their car was found abandoned in a snowy forest 70 miles off route. Weeks later, 4 of the men were found dead, scattered across the area, one inside a trailer with food and heating available, but unused. The 5th man was never found. Why did they go so far off track? What happened during those missing days? And why didn't they use the food and shelter right in front of them? Number 1. Amy Lynn Bradley, 1998. A family cruise. Amy was last seen asleep on the cabin balcony. Hours later, she was gone. Surveillance showed nothing. No one saw her leave, but the case didn't end there. Years later, witnesses in Caribbean brothels claimed they saw a woman matching Amy's description, saying her name was Amy and that she was being held against her will. Was she trafficked? Did someone on board target her? Her disappearance remains one of the most chilling cruise mysteries in history. So many stories, so many lives frozen in time, and yet no answers. Which of these cases gave you chills? Comment the number that stuck with you the most, or share one we missed. Don't forget to subscribe to Top Tenz for more mysteries that make you think twice about the world we live in. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and stay watching.